What up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm Anthony TV. Look, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. Like this video and drop a comment if you have a comment, man. Look, guys, today, you see the title of the video. I'm going to give you guys the truth, the real truth about the food service game. I'm gonna give you the truth, man. I got a lot of food service guys that follow me, so y'all can vouch for me to what I'm gonna say. But I really want to get a game to the new guys that's coming in, and also the new guys that's wanting to get into the game. You know, you guys comment all the time, hey, I'm getting ready to get my CDLs, I'm getting into food service. So this video is for you. And let me know in the comments, man, all my guys that's in the food service game, that's been in the game for a minute, I want you to add some things that I may not mention in this video. I'm pretty sure I may overlook some things, but y'all help me out in the comments, man. We just need to be honest with the people. We need to be honest with the new guys. And look, there's food service channels, you know, people that have channels talking about food service that has mentioned these things too. You listen to RLC TV, Ill Wise, just to name a couple. You know, I've heard those guys talk about it before, just giving the game, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. We always talk about the money. We always talk about how much money we can make in food service, how much money we make in food service. It seems like, you know, a lot of light is shed on the really good things about this industry, right? The money specifically, you know, is real enticing and appealing to a lot of people, especially the newer guys, right? They hear about the money. That's one of the first questions they ask you in the comments. How much do you make? How much can a new person make? You know, that money question is always the number one question. But I haven't had one person ask me, what do you dislike about food service? What's some negative things about food service? What's some challenges in food service? I haven't had nobody ask me that yet in the comments, but I can tell you I've had a lot of people ask me about the money, right? So I said all that to say this. Before you just consider the money and how much money you can make in this game, I want you guys to know everything about the game and things that you could possibly face. Challenges that you can face in this game, setbacks. It's not all roses, right? That's what I really want to emphasize, and that's the point I'm trying to make and get across to you guys. It's definitely something that you need to know and something to consider before making your decisions on getting into this industry. You just need to know those things. You need to know the truth about food service, and then you make your decision after that, right? So let me start with, you know, a few truths about food service. Number one, it's a physical job. Food service is physical, man. It's all touch freight, right? Touch freight, physical job. If you don't want to touch freight, you don't want to get into food service. That's number one. It's physical, man. Number two, the truth about food service. Sometimes you may have to wait on your trailer. I just posted a video yesterday talking about waiting 2.5 hours on my trailer to come to the yard. That pushed me back on my route a couple hours, more than that really, because I had to wait on the trailer. There are certain things that happen in this game to where it's out of your control. So what are you gonna do? You can tap out and go home. If you're a new guy, you can go home, you can call it quits. If that happens to you and it just frustrates you so much to where you like, look, man, I'm tired of waiting on this trailer. I'm going back home. I quit. You can easily tap out. You know what I'm saying? You could tap out when something like that happens. Or something else. You may have pallets that fall over inside your trailer. You may open up your trailer doors and you got a pallet full of cases all on your floor, just fell over everywhere. You open your back door, cases falling out the back door. You can tap out. You can say, you know what? I'm done with this, man. I can't take this. It can be frustrating, man, having to deal with that. But these are some of the truths that I want you guys to be aware of before you get into this industry and this food service game. I really need you guys to know that it's not all roses. All we hear about the majority of the time is the money. That's kind of what we talk about most of the time. The money. How much money can be made in the food service game. We don't necessarily talk about some of the challenges you gotta face. Some of the things that can, make this job even more harder than it already is, right? What's another truth about food service that I want you to be aware of? Well, how about digging for cases? Sometimes you may come to a stop. Let's use your first stop for an example. I actually had this situation happen to me yesterday. Let's say you at your first stop. You open your trailer doors up. You think all your cases for your first stop is going to be right there in front of you. In a perfect world, that's kind of what happens. But food service world is not perfect. I could tell you that right now. So you may open your doors up. You think your case is in front of you for that first stop, but no, they're not in front of you. They're underneath your third, fourth, or fifth stop, right? So you got to dig for cases sometimes. That can throw you off. That can throw you behind. You can tap out. Call it quits. And say, you know what, man, I'm tired of it. I can't deal with this, man. Or you can stay in the game. But these are some of the challenges and some of the things that you face in this food service game. Don't always think about the money. You need to know everything about this game before you make your decision. Because I don't want you guys to be surprised when you get into the game and you really just thinking about the money. And when you get into it, it's like, man, I didn't know it was going to be like this, right? I'm just telling you guys some truths about the food service game. You may have a breakdown, right? You may already be behind on your route. Trailer came in late. You already running behind. You running down the highway to your next stop. You have a blowout. Now you're on the side of the road for hours. You had a blowout, man. What you gonna do? You already behind, and now you got a flat tire or a blowout tire that need to be replaced. Now that's gonna put you behind even further. What are you gonna do? You could tap out. Call it quits. Or you can hang in there. I'm just telling you some things that happen in the food service game. I need you guys to be aware of this. It's not all roses, man. The things that I'm telling you right now, all these things have happened to me, right? I've experienced these things. a blowout, flat tire, dead battery, right? I had 2 dead batteries. I've had 1 blowout. I've had a flat tire. I've had mechanical problem with the engine. This was in a lease truck, actually, like last year. So my point is, things happen in this game that can set you back, and it can really be frustrating, man. You got to have the mental toughness to be able to deal with those situations when they arise. Because if you don't have that mental toughness, if you don't have that awareness that anything can happen any day, like from day to day, you just never know what to expect in this game. So you have to know that mentally, so you're prepared when the unexpected does happen, and you just not so quick to say, you know what, I'm tired of this, man. I didn't know it's gonna be like this, right? You gotta have that awareness, man. So I'm trying to give you guys some of the truths of the food service game. It's not all roses, man. You see how I keep repeating that? I really want you guys to know. So when you get into this game, just expect the unexpected, right? Don't just always think about how much money you can make in this game. Think about the big picture. Think about the challenges that you can possibly face in this game. Or I don't even want to say possibly, because the longer you do this game, the longer you stay into it, you're going to experience some of these things that I'm talking about today. It's just a matter of time before it happens, right? If you're in this game long enough, you'll see what I'm saying. It's just a matter of time before it happens. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when, right? So I just want you guys to be prepared and not surprised when these things occur, because that's the reality of this game. You got to stay positive. That's the only way you're going to get through it. And you really got to tell yourself, like, look, it's out of my control. I can't control these things. If I can be upset about these things that happen, but what is that going to do for the situation, right? That's not going to fix the situation. Me being upset and being mad, what is that going to do? The situation is not going to change because you're mad, right? If anything, it's probably going to get worse, because now you just got negative thoughts in your mind. So it's a bunch of negative energy. It's in your mind now. It's going on with your route or with your truck or whatever. So now it's just a lot of negativity going on up here, right? You got to have a clear head. You got to think positive. You got to stay calm and just understand that it's gonna get done at the end of the day, right? Stay positive, man. That can be a hard thing to do under those circumstances. I'll be honest with you. That can be a hard thing to do. But these are some of the truths in the food service game, man. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, because I was watching my video yesterday that I posted. If you just following the channel, I posted a video yesterday about having to wait 2.5 hours on my trailer. And I like to watch my videos after I post them, just to critique myself and see if there's anything that I left out. Something that I wanted to mention, or I should have mentioned, but I didn't. Something I could have said better, but I didn't. So I like watching my videos over after I post them, just like I said, to see if I left something out or if it's something I could have said better, to get the message across and received in a better way, right? So there were some things that I didn't mention yesterday, which is why I'm bringing this video to you guys today. because I just really want the people to know, man, it's not all roses. You're going to face some challenges in this game, and you either can tap out or you can keep going. You can stay in the game. That's going to be a decision you have to make. But I just wanted to give you guys, particularly the newer guys, something to think about before you enter into this industry, man, in this food service game. This game can be very rewarding, but it also can be very frustrating. Depending on how you deal with situations is gonna determine your future in this game. How you deal with situations, man, challenges. Everybody can get through a good day when there's nothing going on and your day is perfect, right? Everybody can get through that. But how are you under pressure? How are you when you got a pallet that fell over, when you have a flat tire, or when you go out to your truck and your truck won't crank because you got a dead battery, right? How are you under pressure? How do you deal with those type of situations is going to determine how long you last in this game. So those are the truths, some of them, in the food service game, man. Another one that I heard other companies do this, right? Some companies feel like the faster the driver is, the more work they try to put on the driver. And what I mean by that is, if you got somebody that gets a route done quickly, right? That person gets back to the DC or back to the yard quickly, they finish their route up, boom. Now all of a sudden you get a call from your manager, it's like, hey, can you go help this other person out, right? You've already done, your mind is like, I'm done for the day, get ready to go home, man, and relax. But then all of a sudden you get a call, hey, can you go help this other person out? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, just some things to think about, guys. Just some things to think about before getting into this game. Again, I like food service. I've been in food service now for over 2 years, and it can be a rewarding job, right? It can be a very rewarding job, but it also has its challenges. It has its ups and downs, just like any other job. So just want you guys to be aware that, again, you veteran guys, you guys can add on to these comments, man, or to the things that I'm saying right now. In the comments, you guys can definitely add your 2 cents. What are some other challenges that these guys need to look for so they don't be surprised? Let them know in the comments. Again, guys, this video is definitely not to discourage you from getting into the game. If anything, it's just trying to make you more prepared and just enlighten you a little bit, and to give you really the ins and outs of the industry, and not just sugarcoat stuff like it's all sweet and it's just you come into the game, you just make all this money and everything is roses. Nah, it's not like that, man. So look, that's what I wanted to tell you guys today. Remember, if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe to the channel. Like this video, drop a comment, and until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.